Yeah, there's a trap in that. Okay. So that is a great leadership tactic only if it's done correct. So here's the trap. I've seen a lot of chiefs and a lot of people in leadership positions in the industry and the fire service where they get into that position of power and they're going to immediately meet with all of the lower subordinates to kind of get a pulse of what's going on. That's a mistake if you don't meet with your command officers or your vice presidents first, because if you don't meet with your leadership first and communicate your vision and get their input first before you go on the floor, before you talk to every firefighter, what tends to happen is the chief goes around and that chief's got to be on message, because you got to be careful to say the same thing to each person, because if not, you start creating rumors that just grow. So you got to stay on message when you go have these visits to interact to get the pulse. But what happens is you talk to these firefighters, then all of a sudden the firefighters go to the chief or the battalion chief and say, Chief so-and-so said this. Now your command officers are learning about your vision through their subordinates, and you're diminishing your battalion chiefs and your base in a sense. You know, there's a reason in politics. We always want to expand our base. We always want to reach out, but that's why they say you always got to touch base. You always got to talk to your base. So I agree with your tactic, but just meet with your command officers first. Make sure that you that'll help cover a blind spot for you. It'll kind of get you the feel of what their perspective is. It'll get you to say, okay, this is going to be my message in each firehouse. And then when you meet with the individuals, you're going to be getting that input, but they're not going to be running back and undermining the command of your officers that support you, that you're going to need the support of.
That's fantastic advice. I'm glad you said that.